Speaking of women, did anybody see that shit that Travis Hunter's girl pulled the other day?
I did.
No, what happened?
He had a hell of a game.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Hell of a game is an understatement.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Let me find the stats.
yeah.
He's incredible.
Either side
hell
of
of
the
a
ball.
game is
Either
on
side of the
the
ball had a hell of a
He's
game.
just different.
You want to find the stats first?
Go ahead, you can keep
Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
So they showed after the game is over, they're walking, I guess, towards the off the field.
Yes.
During the game, when he made one of them sick ass plays, he went out of bounds toward toward the cheerleaders. So he gave her a look, the cheerleader, because he made a play, and he was like, okay, and then he went back on the field.
Okay.
They are assuming that that's what the girlfriend's reaction.
Cold ass
That's
hug
what
was.
that was over?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Nah, that
But
couldn't have
that's
been
what they're
that, dog.
assuming. That's what they
I didn't see that part, but that better not be what that was over.
But at the end, like just so everybody knows, like he reached in to give his lady a hug, and she gave him the stiff body. The stiff body, like I don't want you anywhere near me.
And clearly had an attitude, and this was every camera in the world was on him. This was his last home game.
Right.
Yeah.
And he went crazy, over 100 yards, touchdown. He had an interception. He had
Stats was nuts.
he had the game of a lifetime. And all everybody could talk about afterward, because the camera was on the girlfriend, was, damn, he had just had the game of his life right when he needed to have it, and you make his moment about you.
I watched.
So be ex-girlfriend.
I watched this weekend.
I wrote that. I wrote that right in the topics. Travis Hunter's soon to be ex.
Yeah. Well, she might be the ex by now.
Oh, he might be
For sure.
I watched this weekend. I showed it with my wife, and I said to her, actually, I said, this is why the dudes on the pod say I pander. Because when I saw the video, the first thing I thought was, damn, what did he do to her so bad?
Oh, you on ice?
Nigga, Ice ain't think that shit.
You on ice? That's
I said, what did he do to her so bad that she would react that
Or
way?
maybe.
Don't put me in that bag.
No,
Or
'cause
maybe
nobody reacts that way.
Before the game, he did the. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to tell you, nobody reacts that way unless they mad as shit about something.
Nigga, it ain't about you in this moment though right
Depend
now.
on what he did. It depends on what he did.
Wait till we get back.
It don't depend on what he
Wait
did.
till we
Shit.
get.
What
Wait
if
till we
he
get
fuck-
in the
what if he
back.
fucked two of her girlfriends before the game?
Right.
So talk about stay home.
That's not for that moment. That's for when y'all get home. But while these cameras is on, while these scouts are here, and I'm projected to go top 3 in the draft, and I just had the game of my life, let's put that to the side. If you love me, be happy for me and share in this moment with me. You here. You're here.
And look, hold on, Mark.
Or-
Mark, if he fucked two of her homegirls before the game, and you knew that before the game, and you in that mood, don't go to the
don't
fucking
come to the game.
Go home.
Don't make that
Then we
moment
deal with
about
this
you.
later. You taking this moment, career game of a lifetime, and making it about you in this moment.
Here's the thing. If I did something ignorant and shit to you, something disrespectful to you,
And I
right?
usually stand on the side of the brothers.
If I came in this room right now knowing I did something fucked up to you and the camera's on, I'm not going, and I'm shaking everybody's hand, maybe I won't come over and shake your hand because I know I'm putting you in a position where now you have to shake my hand even though you don't want to. So all I'm saying is that if he did, I don't know what he did. She could be totally wrong. I'm just saying I don't assume the worst of either of them. But if he did something fucked up, don't try to hug me in front of 50 million cameras. If you know I did something, if you know you did something fucked up.
Mark, you be losing the plot sometimes.
I ain't losing the plot.
Honestly,
Hunter had 10 catches for 116 and 3 touchdowns.
I don't care if he scored 12 touchdowns. If you did something fucked up to me, your touchdowns don't erase that.
Mark, you
Leave
shouldn't be
then.
at the game.
If that's how you feel, you should leave.
I'm not.
Because
I'm
look,
not agreeing with you.
at the flip side, if he'd have walked off the field after the game and not embraced you at all, you're gonna have a problem with that. You are 1,000% gonna have a major problem with that. If it was because he looked at the cheerleader and then didn't embrace you, you're gonna have an even more problem with that. In that point.
Hey, y'all, you know what? I hate to do this, but there's levels. He's not a second round. He's a first day top 3 pick.
Top 2.
Top.
Yeah,
should be the
arguably
first
top
They got
2.
him and Shador going back to back.
I'm saying when you are of superstar status, you'll have to go to the game and hold it down at some point. I'm sure that Steph Curry wife, LeBron James wife, all of the superstar wives, when they come to the game, I'm sure they was mad about some shit. LeBron wife, they be saying she weird on the face sometimes. But sometimes you gotta hold it down, and we'll deal with our private shit in private. That was probably the biggest moment of that young boy's life.
Okay.
And the most important moment of that boy's life. Not the time to make it about whatever the fuck you mad at over this cheerleader.
I'm not,
or whatever you mad
I'm
at.
not disagreeing with you, but you just said LeBron James' wife wears it on her face sometimes.
Some people say.
He's in year 22. and she still might wear her emotions on her sleeve. This girl,
Well, no, and they say she just started doing that.
but this girl is roughly 20 years old.
She won't be there to draft.
You get what I'm saying? She's roughly.
Don't worry about it. She won't.
That's his
even be there.
fiance. That ain't his
Yeah,
girlfriend.
I don't care what she is today.
We don't know what happened because even during the hug, she's like pointing in the stands or some shit, and he copping up. Yo, what are you talking about? It wasn't me. It was, you know what I'm saying? He doing shaggy shit, but I just think that and that camera that got him was a camera that was from afar away.
That's the other thing. She
Like,
might
I
not
think
know she
it
was on
wasn't
camera.
right. It wasn't right after the game. Like they up in the stands, damn near coming down type of shit. It wasn't on the field where the camera's right there in your face. She might not have known that they had the zoom on her.
Dog, fix up.
Those lessons
and don't
will be
do it.
learned.
Fix up and don't do it again.
Those lessons will be learned.
Or somebody new will be in your spot. But the conversation then led to significant others that step on your moment and your spotlight.
CeeDee Lamb Drive.
That's the one. That's
Same
the
shit.
one.
CeeDee Lamb Drive.
Yeah.
He took that phone back. Nah,
Oh,
she took his phone.
Yeah.
He snatched that shit
Like,
back.
are you
Snatch that back,
crazy?
and you are out of here.
I'm not saying she didn't have, or she didn't. Nothing
Not right
happened.
now.
I'm not saying nothing happened to make her want to go in the phone. Not now.
Not right now.
Not now. That's it. We're not trying to invalidate her feelings, Oprah.
No. But in the second example, that's an easy not now. What I'm saying, I'm not saying she's right and he's wrong. I'm saying,
In the first one, it was an easy not now.
and I'm saying it depends on that behavior is so extreme and so unusual that it makes me wonder what happened ahead of time. And all I'm saying is, to me, who's right and wrong depends on what happened before the game. That's all I'm saying.
Not in the biggest moment of my life.
That's why I
Not in the
disagree.
biggest moment of my life.
Cut
Whatever's
it.
on your mind, get curbed for the biggest moment of my life. And you wouldn't want me to do it to you in the biggest moment of yours.
Or if it is that bad, leave and let's deal with this later. Don't even have it here at the game. You can go home. If it's that bad, let's say something did happen.
Don't go to the
that
game.
bad.
I can agree with that.
You shouldn't
I can agree
be
with
here
that.
right
I
now.
can agree
then.
with don't go to the game.
You shouldn't be here right
I
now.
don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I think what happened is definitely needs to be considered prior to judgment. But and again, I just think that where it wasn't down on the field. It was up in the stands. She might not have known that camera was on them.
Yeah. She's new at this.
Yo,
Well,
What are
forget the
y'all talking
camera.
about?
It ain't
Yeah.
about the camera.
I
I just had the game of my life. So let's just celebrate this right now. We could deal with whatever we got when we get home. I don't care if no camera saw it. If no camera
That's
saw it
selfish.
and she did that to him and he felt the way, like he would still have that comment. Yo, dog, you doing this right now?
Yes, depending on what it is.
Depending on what he did.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. It just depends on what he did.
Okay, well then you will not marry the top 1 or 2 pick in the NFL draft.
And that might be the price you pay.
Hey, do it your way.
Not just that.
Do it your way.
And not just that.
That's
he
true,
might
too.
he might miss out on the love of his life too.
Absolutely.
Nah, it won't. Probably not.
Yo, y'all
Probably
crazy,
not.
bro.
You never know.
Y'all
Probably.
niggas
You
is
never know, but
crazy,
probably
bro.
nah.
Yo, y'all
You
crazy.
never know, but probably nah.
I mean, you might be right.
You might be right,
But
in his instance,
he might be all right.
there was 900 billion people waiting for her to do that, so they could be in the spot and not do that.
There might not be the love of
and
his
that,
the love of
and
his
that
life,
don't
though.
and that don't mean
Yeah,
that
but
the
the chances
900
rare.
billion people are going to fulfill what she's fulfilling.
She's special.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how special she
Yo,
is.
y'all be bugging. with
Put
that shit.
it, bookmark this one. We'll see how special she is. We'll see how special she is.
Everybody's replaceable.
Sometimes you want to keep the 20-something.
You replaceable if you stepping on my moment. Don't worry, we'll get you right the fuck out of here.
Okay.
We shall see.
I feel like that after a good pod.
Yo, dog, it's not right now.
Hey, yo, I smoked that shit. You talk about what again, girl? Don't let me go get 2 touchdowns to 100 yards and an interception. What? I feel like that for way less. Anyway, Travis Hunter, man, congratulations, and hey, love wins. But
Something, yeah.
I just chalk it up to her being really young and unsophisticated.
It's cool.
It is what it is.
you know what? Not to come full circle on something that we talked about a million pods ago. This is why the young athletes go get the old vintage pussy.
Yep. Because they know how to react.
Shit like
Valid.
There's been
Yeah, valid.
there's been so many times where like I'm furious right before we're about to walk on a red carpet,
But you
and
know
as
this, ain't it?
soon as we get out the car, it's all smiles and lovey fucking
Yeah,
dovey, and I'll
you-
handle your motherfucking ass later. But right now,
You hit your Ben Affleck.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.